Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking what I like to call the ultimate chronological playbook for modern business growth. I mean, if you're an independent creator, a freelancer, or a small business founder, growth can feel totally chaotic, right? But what if it didn't have to be? What if there was a structured, step-by-step path to not just boost your revenue, but actually buy back your time? Well, we've analyzed the latest data across market research, positioning, SEO, hiring, and AI to bring you exactly that. Let's get into it. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's the roadmap we're following today. First, validating high-demand ideas. Second, positioning for higher value. Third, driving targeted visibility. Fourth, smart hiring for growth. And finally, scaling with AI automation.
All right, kicking things off with step 1, validating high-demand ideas.
Look, this is your absolute foundation. You could literally have the best marketing campaign in the world, but if you're trying to sell a solution to a problem that nobody actually has, it's going to fail. So, first things first, you got to discover those pain points. Hop onto Reddit, scour Facebook groups, dig through Amazon reviews, especially those 2- and 3-star ones, just to see what people are complaining about with the current solutions out there. Second, talk to your potential buyers directly. Ask them what they've paid for in the past that just flat out didn't work. And third, validate before you build. Test out your messaging on social media, or maybe offer a discounted beta version of your service before you spend a single dime on actually building the product.
So how do you know when you've actually struck gold? Hard data. It's really that simple. If you put up a basic landing page describing your offer with an email sign-up or a pre-order button, you should really aim for at least a 10 to 15% conversion rate from your visitors. That right there, that's a massive signal worth building on. It proves people don't just like your idea, they're actually willing to pull out their wallets for it.
Moving right along to step 2, positioning for higher value.
Now that you've got a validated idea, you need to pick a lane. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why. On the left, we've got the generalist. They try to offer everything to everyone, which honestly just means their daily life is this chaotic mess of constantly switching gears. But on the right, the specialist. By focusing strictly on a highly specific niche, say email marketing for dentists instead of just marketing, you instantly gain expert status. You get to command premium rates, streamline all your processes, and actually get your evenings back.
And taking that specialized skill and applying what we call global skill arbitrage is a total game changer. It sounds fancy, but it basically just means repositioning your existing skills into geographic or digital markets where they command significantly higher compensation. You aren't going out and learning a whole new skill from scratch. You're literally just taking the one you already have and moving it to a better buyer.
This dynamic right here is the absolute secret to escaping local under-earning. Think about it. A data analyst might make a fairly modest salary in their local town, right? But by packaging those exact same skills, pairing them with strong communication, they can pitch a high-paying tech startup halfway across the globe and multiply their income practically overnight. Your skills carry entirely different price tags in different markets. You just have to find the highest bidder.
Which brings us to step 3, driving targeted visibility.
Okay, I really want you to burn this data point into your memory. 46%. 46% of all Google searches have local intent. That means nearly half of everyone typing something into Google is looking for a solution right in their own backyard. If you're ignoring local search, you are entirely invisible to your highest converting, most ready-to-buy customers. It's crazy.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer financial return we're talking about, 748%. That is the median ROI of a well-executed local SEO campaign. So for every single dollar invested, businesses are seeing roughly $7.50 back. And why is that? Well, it's because appearing in those top 3 Google Map spots, what we call the local pack, earns you 126% more traffic than businesses ranking just a couple of spots lower.
So how exactly do you get up there? Here are some highly actionable steps for you. First off, build unique city-specific pages on your website that actually have locally relevant content. Second, you want to add local business schema markup. This makes it super easy for search engines to read your data. Third, make sure you have exact NAP consistency. That's your name, address, and phone number that absolutely must be identical across every single online directory. No variations. And finally, actively optimize your Google business profile. Keep it fresh with new photos, reviews, and updates.
All right, on to step 4, smart hiring for growth. So, the traffic is flowing, things are going great, but suddenly, you are completely out of time. If you want to scale, you need help. But just look at your traditional options here. When you hire an agency, you're paying massive overhead. We're talking anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 a month. Plus, accountability gets pretty diffused across their whole team. Now, a freelancer, on the other hand, gives you that direct expertise, but they carry a huge single point of failure risk. If they get sick, your campaigns just grind to a halt.
And this is exactly why a third option is completely taking over the market right now. Managed platforms like Everestex kind of combine the absolute best of both worlds. You get these dedicated, pre-vetted specialists who work directly with you, just like a freelancer would, but at a fraction of that crazy agency pricing. And crucially, the platform itself provides a safety net. If your specialist isn't a great fit or they become unavailable for some reason, the platform guarantees a swift replacement. It's that high-level expertise, but with built-in redundancy.
And that leads us to our final stage, step 5, scaling with AI automation.
Look, you definitely didn't start a business just to spend 20 hours a week answering the exact same emails over and over again, right? This is where an AI employee can literally take over, and the absolute best part is they never ask for a coffee break. Just imagine having AI answering customer chats at 2 a.m., seamlessly booking appointments right into your calendar without ever double booking you, instantly qualifying new leads as they come in, and even generating and sending out your invoices. Automating just these specific workflows can easily save a small business up to 20 hours every single week.
And please just throw away whatever concept you have of those old, clunky chatbots. Modern AI is a completely different beast. Traditional automation was super rigid. If a customer typed the wrong word, the whole bot just broke. But modern AI actually understands context. It can read an incoming email, understand the underlying intent, pull the relevant data from your CRM, and draft a totally nuanced response. It handles all that messy, unstructured reality of your day-to-day business, taking over up to 80% of your workflows compared to that old 30% cap we used to see.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because the biggest mistake you can possibly make is trying to automate literally everything on day one. Please don't do that. Follow this safe rollout instead. Spend your first couple of weeks just auditing what actually eats up your time. Then, in weeks 3 and 4, pick one single workflow, like say appointment scheduling, and just let the AI perfect it. Only once you hit month 2 or 3 should you really start expanding. Doing it this way completely prevents that total operational chaos that nobody wants.
And that brings us to the end of this modern growth playbook. You now know how to validate ideas with hard, undeniable data. You know how to position yourself globally as a highly paid specialist, drive massive local visibility, hire smartly without the huge overhead, and finally, buy back your time with AI. The tools are affordable, and as you've seen, the roadmap is super clear. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Will you position, automate, and specialize your business today, or are you just going to wait until your competitors do it first? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.